folks. One of the world's best performing billionaires has just declared war on the U.S. Federal Reserve with a massive bet. And we're going to be taking a look at some of the key ways that we can profit off of what this billionaire sees coming. This is something we've been paying attention to, but now we have confirmation from some of the biggest traders on the planet. We also have some of the biggest people in crypto joining us today. We got Moon Daddy walking into the room here. We got Adam VC, dude, hanging out with us. Bitcoin taking a little bit of a haircut. Moon Daddy, looks like you take haircuts potentially. Are you going gray? Is that a little bit of a gray going on in there? Little gray? Little gray. Okay. Gray since you're 14. All right. Well,
a little bit of wisdom.
Yeah. Bring those mics up on you. You guys got your liquids. We're all ready to go here.
Got our liquids.
Isaac with his new shirt. Someone sent him a new shirt.
Yes, Big Tip Shark sent me a shirt this morning. He was like, "Thank you for the Arculus card." So like,
that's the dude that you sent the Arculus card
to.
Yeah,
from BitLab Academy. So,
okay.
He
Shout
sent me
out
the shirt
to him.
this morning. I was wearing red already, so I was like, bet.
You may as well. You may as well. Thanks for joining us, you guys, though. You know, I mean, I saw you a little bit of what you're talking about on the morning show. I think it was Culo, you know, that you're talking about. Culo all day. So we're going to take a look at it. I'm going to judge the chart. You know what I mean? We're going to check it out on Deck Screener. And I got my damn dog in this room again. The dog, I showed up last night, and he really doesn't like his cage. He doesn't like his little... It's a pretty big area. He's got like 20 or 30 feet to wander around in, and somehow this dog took a shit and then squished it through the grates of it. So it took me about 2 or 3 hours of cleaning the, you know what? And I almost wore the cowboy hat today. It's just a little fast moving day. It was a fast moving day. I have the cowboy hat upstairs. But now we have some pretty wild times happening on Bitcoin, you guys. Let's just take a look at the overall market. I did enter a long position. I entered one earlier this morning at about 66.3. It was going well for some time. I had my stop loss in profit, so I got wicked out, let it ride back down, and now what I'm kind of looking at, I re-entered because I was just seeing, you know, a volume node that I feel like we could actually end up holding. For some reason, this thing has deleted my volume node, but essentially, we're sitting at the top of this previous shelf here. We have a pretty good little volume node coming out right here. I'll just redo this. I don't know why it's... There you go. So this volume node right here is what I'm looking for, a little scalp bounce long off of. Got a tight stop on it. Might get stopped out while I'm live. Who knows? That's what the content is for. I do it for you people, the content. But might take profit just to try out and tap this upper volume node sitting above it. So we're having fun with that. And the rest of the market, I mean, I've seen some coins that really are having kind of a really bad time out there. Algorand being one of them, 96% down from its all-time highs. Still a lot of pain to be had, in my opinion, on Algorand. I don't know. I'm going to take a look at the chart here. But Celestia showing healthiness today. It's up by 4.1%. ICP, honestly, it's up by 2.4%, but still stuck in purgatory at $8, you know, so let's not get too excited about it, to be honest. And I am considering buying this chop range that ICP's been trapped in for some time. As you all know, liquidated right around 90% of my bag at $16.50. So sitting here watching it coiling up, I mean, this doesn't look like the worst thing in the world, but I haven't seen a lot of hype come out. We have had canister usage on ICP increase during this time frame, but I am sitting here on the gains that I had from the big pump from $3 to $16, just kind of judging it. And honestly, the overall, this is the scary part. Is it dead? Is there money to be made still? I can tell you I made tens of thousands of dollars off this trade already in the shitty part of the markets. And I'm sitting here looking at this coil up moment, maybe feeling like there's a little potential for me there. But there's a lot of stuff going on. Stacy Lewis, what are you confused about? Oh, Miss Tia made it up in the chat. We got Nicole Ministator, Crypto Stevo, giving an answer I clearly did not see. Laserface, VZ Fat Cat, all the G's. Now, this chat moves in a pretty unhinged way, boys. Okay, so when I do get to the altcoin section, we're going to talk about your coin here. Apparently, you guys got some kind of coin you're doing, right? What's the name of the coin?
Culo. It's got a booty on it.
Culo with a booty?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's definitely got pumpamentals from the booty.
Oh, I mean, that's yeah.
Built-in.
Okay, built-in fundamentals from the booty background. You know, and Isaac, I keep forgetting to bring the hang-up stuff. We need to hang our
both the
pictures
sign,
up again.
The sign that almost fell on my head mid-show.
You know what?
That's great.
You would have deserved it too.
I probably would have.
Yeah. Now we got to get through all the crazy stories. We got a lot of insane stuff to get over here. First of all, Halloween. This is Gary Gensler talking about Bitcoin.
Chair Gary Gensler, and Mr. Gensler, you're also busy in parallel with the crypto industry. I think there's consensus on the eve of an election that all of those parties involved and responsible want to hammer out some sort of new jurisdictional framework for crypto regulators to make some progress on settling oversight of that industry. Can you talk to us about the work you're doing there and if you're making any progress in that field?
Look, there's nothing incompatible about the ledger technology. You know, it's just this Halloween, it will be 16 years since Satoshi Nakamoto wrote that white paper. So happy Sweet 16 in a week.
T just wished happy birthday to Bitcoin. Okay, does this mean we're going much, much lower from this pullback? Has Gary, you know, Gary, he knows crypto pretty well. The look on his eyes, this guy looks like he wants us all to die. Look at this. This is Mr. Burns incarnate, wishing a happy birthday to crypto. And you know, really what Gary is missing here is he spends all his time going after the escape from a dying fiat dollar, and he doesn't talk about the $700 billion in unrealized losses from commercial real estate securities that are threatening over 250 banks at this point. So it'd be nice if he paid attention to things that are actually going to rug people of their money in their bank accounts. But he did wish a sweet 16 to Bitcoin. So shout out to you, Gary. Now, $725 billion Bernstein Banking Institute, the Alliance of Bernstein, predicting a $200,000 Bitcoin in 2025, calling this forecast conservative. I'm a little taken back by this. So Bernstein, are you a VC guy? It's in your, are you like Adam VC
For
or
voice
something?
chat, but
Voice,
we'll
so you're
take
not
both.
a VC guy.
No.
This is a
no.
scam.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
The VC side.
Yeah. So I'm looking at Bernstein. This is a pretty large organization that's calling for a conservative target for Bitcoin to hit $200,000. This, I feel like, is a little bit too much. I feel like as a 4-year cycle, Maxi, I'm expecting like 120 to maybe 200K. Have you guys thought about the current scenario that we're in? Like, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, but I've seen diminishing returns, you know, cut Bitcoin's upside over the past few cycles. We're sitting here right around $65,000, $70,000 ish. So if we just 2x the previous all-time high at 69K, we'd come out to like that $140,000 level, which is where I feel like I'm being conservative. One of these massive asset managers that's overseeing nearly $1 trillion worth of assets, $725 billion, is saying that now we're going to hit $200,000 per coin, and that's conservative. Are they setting the public up for failure, getting the public to sit there and wait on the 200K level to hit so they can reap the benefits of it? Like, what are your thoughts on, you know, seeing a massive institution like this call for 200K?
When I hear those numbers, you have to think about it's trillions of dollars that have to pour in.
Yes.
You know, a 2x is what, 140,000?
Yeah.
You know, per token?
Yeah.
How many trillions is that, you know, to 4x?
Yeah, let's look. Let's just look at it. I mean, it's
when you look at it, it brings it in perspective for me.
So in order to hit $200,000 per Bitcoin, you need a $3.9 trillion market cap. And that's like, I feel like a very bullish setup, you know, to see Bitcoin go from like a 1.2 trillion, 1.3 trillion to nearly $4 trillion. That's a big move, you know. Really more so what I'm feeling for the market is like a 2.5 trill, maybe up to $3 trillion market cap. And that brings us to that 125 to 150 range. If we do get the conversation actually, you know, come to the mainstream about a Bitcoin backed dollar,
That's huge.
That's enough to like get us up near that $200,000 level. But it relies on a lot of different political things actually happening, which honestly, is the government going to just step aside and let Bitcoin take its position as controlling the monetary movement for people? Like, it's a little bit much to think about that we're going to be able to do this in just this cycle. And I'm a freedom maxi. you know, like a hard-headed freedom maxi. So it is kind of hard to believe these institutions when they say $200,000 Bitcoin is conservative for them. Honestly, I feel like it's banking moon math. It's kind of how I feel about it, you know. So take these headlines with a grain of salt. This did come out from Bitcoin Magazine this morning. And honestly, I'm going to be excited if we hit 120. If we can breach above $100,000 and not sell back down to 70, 60,000 bucks, I'm going to be very stoked, because $100,000, you're going to have basically everyone that's ever got into crypto be in profit at that point. And you have massive asset managers that oversee, you know, trillions of dollars. If they can make a 10% move on a $1 trillion bag or whatever the hell it is that they're moving with, like BlackRock, you know, they're going to probably be looking at shaving a little bit off the top. That's just my internal opinion about it. But now we do see yesterday showing the first ETF outflow in a while, the beginnings of this. Let's check out where this is currently set up. You can go to CoinMarketCap, go to crypto ETFs, because now we're married to TradFi. That's great. And you get the total net flow right here, showing just a little bit of a downtick. We did have a pretty good downtick back here in September of 2024 as well. But if you go to the 1 year, the overall, this really ain't no big deal. You saw just a hefty unsuredness at the kind of the beginning of the ETFs back in March of 2024. Guess what? They were selling the perfect top time frame. That was when all the altcoins were printing 20Xs, 30Xs. Everyone was an early genius. The early, you know, the 4-year cycle was broken. And, you know, honestly, I took a lot of profits. People thought I was an idiot for doing it. AVAX was $50. You know what I mean? ICP was $16. Now I don't feel so stupid seeing these prices reset. You know, and I'm buying up the blood. And it's really not that bad of blood. We're just we're a little spoiled. Breaching all-time highs before the halving even happened, I think, spoiled a lot of people. And the super cycle mentality kind of kicked in a little too early. And now everyone's dumping all their money into microcaps and getting absolutely crushed. So they need 1,000x to just feel like they're getting level, you know, back up to par or whatever. But I'm not too concerned about the spot Bitcoin ETF outflows. Really, you know, if I'm looking at this forest through the trees here, we're getting less and less, you know, outflow candles basically on this. Pretty deep one in September. This is, you know, all the fun of the macro chaos. We had the yen carry trade situation right here, and just the overall massive amounts of profit taking there. So not a big deal. But this incredible metric, the McRib metric. So the McRib comes out the end of 2020, and that is when we absolutely skyrocketed. Again, at the beginning or right around the end of 2023, near 2024, this is when I hammered into massive positions as well on altcoins that really did good. But the McRib signal was the gift that kept on giving. And again, they have released the McRib right before the end of 2025.
Good signs.
It is a good sign.
Very
right?
saucy.
Doesn't seem like the novice or newer within the last 2 year, you know, crypto consumer investor, they've become way more educated, you know, in regards to movements and not getting, you know, trapped in tokens.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's part of the stagnant, you know, what we're seeing with the stagnation of altcoins and memes.
I kind of feel that way too.
They're just better educated. They're
and now
not
they have bubble maps they can use.
Bubble
they
maps
have all these
huge.
tools.
They're better educated, better informed.
Yeah, man. And I have seen more content creators pop up that are willing to FUD their own bags. And I think it's healthy to FUD your own bags every now and again. I FUDded my own bags last night on this channel. We came out just calling out. We had a fun little video. Honestly, I am still hammering into Aerodrome, but I did give out some questions about the originating code for Aerodrome, where that might have come from. And this does not mean by any stretch of the imagination that I'm bullish on Phantom, but it does call out into question where the code came from. And Aerodrome, it's always been my opinion that ever since I saw the DOJ basically push Binance out of the way, FUD it down, try to stop it, it really didn't work, because Binance BNB token is sitting here coiling up at previous all-time highs. CZ's out now. Is CZ actually out, or is he just like on release?
Oh, he's around.
He's
But him
around?
holding 70% of the spot. I mean, It's super stable. I think BNB. I'm a huge fan, man.
You got
But
some BNB?
He's out. He's still running things from behind the scenes.
Yeah, and he's going to be doing the DeSci push. I feel like the CZ is going to start kicking this DeSci action back into play because that's what his plan was going in to serve his time.
Him being released at the time he was released.
Incredible.
Come on now.
Incredible timing, right?
Come on now.
It's almost like the world's stage. Now, we had this. Just key levels. Short-term holder cost basis, 21-week, and the 200-day moving averages. Bitcoin sitting here reclaiming above these levels, which was a damn good feeling to see. Overall, let's go to gotta go to Bitcoin and see where we are on the channel. I know TJ was talking about it this morning. Let's go to the index, all-time history index. We are playing footsie now with the top end of this channel. This is mine. This is where I've left my channel at. Honestly, I don't feel like we are exactly there. We've had a couple moments to get above and beyond it. Would not be surprised if we do try out this 64.5 level. But at large, I'm feeling damn good about Bitcoin's price action, digging itself out of this trench, regardless of all the chaos going on across seas. You got Israel, you got Ukraine, you got all this shit going to hell. And still, Bitcoin keeps on trudging forward. Honestly, I feel like this is a backed up cup and handle. And this is just the moment before November where historically Bitcoin really, really starts to move. And I think that recapturing this 200-day moving average is just another sign. This is a good account to follow, though. If you like these metrics, this is the rational route. Pretty based account to follow. Now, this... India considering banning Bitcoin and Ethereum in favor of their CBDC. Can't wait. Fun stuff. This is not surprising to me because basically, you know, the CBDC is the way that BRICS can fight back against the dollar in a more tangible way. So seeing nation states within BRICS maybe stack Bitcoin and Ethereum and then back their CBDC with it, but then cut off the access to the average person. Honestly, that kind of makes a little bit of sense. The Drewry decimal system. That's a good one.
That was a good one. That's what you said on the video.
Is it what I said on the video?
You said it on the video.
The Drewry decimal system?
The Drewry decimal
I kind of like that.
Middle school. Yeah.
I kind of like that, dude. We should go with it. Also, I was catching shit for not knowing what Vienna sausages were yesterday, and I'm not sorry for that. I am not sorry for that. I have no apologies. I have had Little Smokies once. Honestly, not that great. I got sick of them in like two sausages.
You're not missing much. I can promise.
And they always show up with this bucket that's like that big around.
No one's eating
it's
all
a
that.
crock pot full of Little Smokies. Like, really? That's just laziness. If I see someone show up to Thanksgiving with a crock pot full of Little Smokies, they are banned from my house forever. That is pure laziness. Because they come in like big bags. You can just pour in and just turn on the heat, walk away. The crock pot's so easy. Unbelievable. Banned. I'm choosing violence today. I've had too many coffees today. I think this is what the problem is. And then fucking Isaac comes in with his new shirt.
Yeah, it's great, right?
Still complaining about his AR-15.
Yes, I don't have my AR-15 or my Glock 19. Leave me alone.
Listen, the world's going to hell in a handbasket fast enough for you to get a gun from me either way. So
that's fair, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Bro, I love Little Smokies. Banned!
You're getting put in timeout. Fuck you.
All right, so look at this. McDonald's stock crashing over 10% after CDC links E. coli outbreak to quarter pounder burgers. 10% research. Are you actually banning?
Yep. He's been put in timeout for fucking 1 minute just because you said that.
We need to bring back banning. You know, make bullying great again. Let's see if McDonald's has come back from this, because it's kind of interesting to me. McDonald's made its up and come during the Great Depression, cheap burgers. Let's see here. McDonald's stock price. They tried to roll out the $5 menu, and it hasn't really gone great. Today, they are down by, wow, okay. So they are trying to chunk up back up to the upside. But
buy the blood.
That's a lot of blood. That's a big move.
That's opportunity. That's not all I see is opportunity there.
Yeah, man. Like buy the E. coli dip.
Buy the E. coli.
Man.
And long the McRib.
And long the McRib.
McRib.
Holy shit, man.
That's a great opportunity. That's what I see. I would buy it up.
God damn. Okay.
I'm sad I missed it.
I mean, it's like people are addicted to McDonald's. Once they have a
Not going
consumer
anywhere.
for McDonald's, they have a consumer for life. Like nobody, like I've even seen choice millionaires in crypto choose to feed their kids McDonald's when they have, not only they afford the time where they could be at home making good organic food, or they could go to some expensive organic restaurant, they still choose to go to McDonald's just so their kids stop screaming at them. That's weakness. Honestly, I see that as extreme weakness because I am, I'm in crypto to have control of my time. And that time I spend making really, really healthy food for the kids. It matters a lot to me. And I clean my own house. Like when that damn dog shit on my floor, I have OCD. So when I see shit on my floor, the whole house is getting shampooed. And I got this like Ferrari style shampooer that's kind of addictive to use. I'm not going to lie. It is kind of addictive to use. Interesting moves on McDonald's. I immediately had to post Donald Trump's fault when I saw the news. This is clearly Donald Trump's doing, and hope the left is running with that one. This guy going off on what's actually in your potatoes, not just oil and salt. You know, I'm just going to give a retweet on this from Thrilla the Gorilla. It's a great account. Just give it a repost. Honestly, they're going through extra steps to kill you with these items. So just go have a listen if you got time. This is some information on BRICS and some comments from Putin criticizing the U.S. dollar as the political tool. He emphasized that it is the practice that undermined global trust in the currency, which remains crucial in international finance. While he clarified that Russia is not rejecting the dollar, he noted that there's a need for alternatives if they face restrictions, which absolutely they do. They're taking aim at NATO and trying to capture NATO's little love child, which is the Ukraine, where we were stacking military equipment. This is the equivalent of if Russia decided to start stacking military equipment in Mexico. How do you think America would respond to that? Would we be like, all right, that's fine. You can have cruise missile systems right there. No big deal. You can change out the Mexican attorney generals to Russian interest, and we'd sit back and be all right with that? Really? Would we? Is there any planet where we would sit back and let that happen?
Not at all.
Not at all, right? It's just absolutely insane. Like and I'm not a Russian maxi, but honestly, I look at this from a third person point of view. Like this makes a lot of sense why this conflict is happening.
Just logic, man.
It is. It's just logic. So Putin's also highlighting the speed of transitioning to a fairer economic system depends on abandoning someone else's rules and platforms. This is basically just BRICS versus NATO. And the winner of the Third World Championship will determine what the next basket of world reserve currency is. And that's probably going to take 5 or 10 years to figure out. So here's Argentinian tax collectors protesting just days after the Milei announcement that he's going to be slashing their agency and replacing it with a smaller one. A bunch of small children used to enforcing your money being taken from you with violence. Here they are throwing a fit because they can no longer rug their people of their value. A bunch of white collars over here just throwing paper and honestly throwing a fit. And I feel like in America, I am due a full refund on my tax dollars. From now I see my tax dollars funding both sides of a conflict happening in like 3 or 4 different countries. What are we doing here? If anyone's ever seen Lord of War, it kind of feels that way, right? Like your money's being used to just perpetrate massive violence on both sides of it, and there's no stop to it. And over the course of a week, we've seen over $1 billion sent to Ukraine, and they're leaving North Carolina in the dust. So
yeah, we'll sell you the guns and we'll sell you the Band-Aids.
Yes, absolutely. It's insane. So insane. Now this Bank of Canada cutting its key interest rates on a benchmark of 50 basis points to 3.75%. The first bigger than usual move in more than 4 years. The global coordinated liquidity pump is underway. This is the traditional finance system and its wheels falling off. And there's a reason why I'm starting this off. Honestly, you all know that they have to act like pussycats for about a half a year from now for my own ideas. Now it looks like Stanley Druckenmiller has the same ideas. He's taking on the Federal Reserve with a 20% of his portfolio bet that he believes long-term interest rates are going to soar. And this is just breaking Late last night, this morning, the billionaire investor is making a huge bet against the Federal Reserve. What does it mean? Here's his face. Kind of looks like a penis. Let's go. So, in a recent appearance at a conference, Druckenmiller reportedly stated that he is shorting U.S. Treasury bonds. Behavior effectively bets on the Federal Reserve's inability to continue cutting rates, as the bond's value is inversely proportional to the yields, which are part of the influence of these cuts. Druckenmiller's bet is also related to inflation. He allegedly stated that inflation might reach 1970s levels, preventing the Federal Reserve from maintaining its dovish policy and rendering it incapable of stimulating the economy with more cuts. He'd be putting 15 to 20% of his portfolio, which is a shit load of money. This guy has been outperforming Warren Buffett. He's been outperforming Soros. And he nearly bankrupted the Bank of England when he shorted the pound. Or I think it was the sterling of the pound, but making a big wave on a possible worsening of the U.S. economy, contrary to what the Federal Reserve and economic experts expect. Now, here's the picture worth millions of dollars. This is a post that Hugh Boom Bust Invest re-highlighted this morning of central bankers' pivot. It causes 1970 style rebound of inflation. Then bonds might not be the best asset allocation. This is why we track these things every week. And now this is a very important graph, and he is seeing the same shit I have. I started following this thing when we broke down at the same point historically we did in about 1974, the summer 1974 right there. We see the Federal Reserve in our current day and age in the green line here, cutting interest rates. And, everyone can't understand why. It's because they have a Mexican standoff on the financial markets. And at this time in the 70s, houses on average $50,000, but the interest rates on mortgages ended up having to go into the 18-20% range at the peak because the Federal Reserve pulled the foot off of the lever on interest rate hikes and went down in a season of weakness, and inflation came roaring back. Now, the key here, in my opinion, is that I'm invested in one of the most volatile and disruptive asset classes on the planet, which is Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So if we do enjoy our average or, slightly rhyming bull market for cryptocurrencies, and we see this follow suit in the years afterwards, here we go. I get to take all of my money that I get to make off of crypto and Bitcoin on its historical upsurge as systems collapse into Bitcoin. They start adopting it more. BlackRock hammers into even more holdings of it and tries to consolidate wealth, as well as Russia, China, the lot of them. I can take all of the gains that I make in 2025 and go buy up real estate in cash, not having to deal with an interest rate, basically just buying out the pain that's in the market, because basically we have a $450,000 average price of homes. It's probably going to hover around there or give a little bit of a haircut, maybe down to $400,000. I can hammer in with a $150,000 per Bitcoin price level in the middle of 2025, end of 2025, and buy up all the blood. And now I am all of a sudden a new made baron of real estate. And I did it last time in the last market. Only have about 100K left to kill off on the land and the home that I have right now. So honestly, if I could pull off a big move, maybe go get another one, kill off the rest of the debt, and stack more vehicles and guns, because that's just the way I am, and I am not apologizing for it. Who is AA? Are you AA?
That would be me, because my name is spelled with two A's. So,
okay,
yeah.
So that's an inside thing that I didn't even know about.
I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it to you a couple times. But
So, boys, do you think in 2025 or 2026, it is a potential we have inflation return back and above what we've already seen? Are we going to see grocery prices where, eggs start costing $15, $10, $15 a dozen? Is that a possibility in your mind?
I mean, it's always a possibility, but I don't think people are going to stand for it. I mean, people are already at their peak, right? As far as being able to afford for things, taking out, second jobs, working two jobs back to back, investing what little, they can afford into crypto, getting rugged in these micro caps, like you said, or investing in the wrong time, not DCing into large caps. It's really tough. So I think it can happen, but will it be, agreed to by the people? No.
No. What say you, Moon Daddy? Can you imagine a situation like this?
Yeah, I've been here thinking about T-bills. Those used to be Teflon, right? I was born in the late 70s,
Mhm.
right? I saw Reaganomics. I lived through it. T-bills used to be Teflon, and now they're, vulnerable. It's really interesting to watch. And to answer your question, it's possible. It's possible to see a $15 egg. I hadn't been to grocery shopping in a long time, and like probably about 7 months, and I happened to go to a grocery store, and I couldn't recognize the prices.
Yeah.
It wasn't close to what I was accustomed to. Like milk was like almost $7.
Yeah. It's terrible.
And
do you guys have kids?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Okay. I got 4 kids. And they're like,
To feed them.
I have to feed them. They're eating more and more. It costs thousands of dollars a month to feed the kids the good food, and now I put a picture in Next Door Neighbor of how many eggs I'm sitting on. And now all my neighbors are trying to, shake me down for $5 a dozen organic eggs. I might start an egg business. Honestly, I might do it. It just depends on how much time I have. I have a prairie I have to finish fencing off and stuff like that. But it does cross my mind from seeing people want good food. And, you guys talk about people would rise up. I mean, we see Kamala came out today, says she's going to increase the federal minimum wage to $15. What happens to jobs? Right? Do they automate now? Now they have AI that can do the thing. You can buy a Tesla bot for 30 grand, and that is one person's salary for a year. You can have a bot running and doing the same job for God knows how many years.
And they can work nonstop. They don't have to go to
Nonstop.
sleep. They don't get sick. They don't have to pick up the kids. It's no excuses.
Mm-hmm.
They know how to make drinks.
It's scary.
And they know how to get your damn order right. I'll bet you they'll get your order right too. So, that's something to think about when we see the mandated increase in minimum wage. You're probably just going to have less jobs for the lower middle class to be able to grab.
And dude, I live in Austin, Texas, right? So Tesla and other companies, software companies, they test different protocols and bots and things like that. You'll be surprised what's coming.
Yeah, it's scary.
It's scary. It's gonna people from a skill standpoint. You better have a skill set that can't be managed or replaced by AI or a robot.
Yeah.
Because they're coming.
happens.
They're coming.
And it was even happening in like the 80s and 90s, man. Like I used to work at IBM, and it took like 600, 700 people to run the same process I ran with a crew of 7 people in like, 2005? They had automated from 700 people down to 7, right? And they didn't have to pay us that much. We were just young, dumb dudes that could just come in there, figure out the system, and be able to run it from automated controls. So,
well, also think about it from a corporate perspective, right? It's a wet dream. They don't have to pay a 401k. They don't have to pay for health care. They don't have to pay for sick leave. They don't have to. This new meta of what's coming is pretty scary because it's beneficial to corporate. Corporate is very greedy, right?
Yeah. It's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious, and the scariest part about it, I think, is how fast it's learning. How quickly it is, because a year ago or half a year ago, AI was popping out music, and the music kind of sucked, But now the music, pretty damn good. Now we have meme coins being created out of large language models talking to each other and shit posting on X enough to grow a market cap of a meme coin to nearly $1 billion in a few days' time. Think about as this thing learns. It is going to get nuts. I see Meanless in the chat. Shout out to you with the kitty cat eyes. Bow, bow, bow. Now this is another long-term prediction of mine. I think we're going to have a third party that's pretty effective in 2028. Tulsi Gabbard just officially joined the Republican Party in Trump's rally in North Carolina. She is basically just a slighted Democrat. Trump also has another slighted Democrat, RFK, on his side now. And Trump's not necessarily liked or respected by the old school Republican Party. So either way this election goes, I am of the more hard-sidedly, opinionated side here that we're going to have an effective third party in 2028 come out of these people coming together. It's almost like the Justice Squad of politics. And maybe they're not accepted by the current demographic of Republican/Democrat. But I think seeing Tulsi Gabbard join with the Republican Party in a more official manner today lays a way of healing, because I know a lot of Democrats that really were heavy RFK supporters, heavy Tulsi Gabbard supporters. I mean, who can't support Tulsi Gabbard? She basically looks like Storm. Let's see here. I want to show you guys Tulsi Gabbard next to Storm, because she is given total X-Men vibes to me. Let's see here. Where's she at? Let's go to images. Bam. There she is. This is the look. Okay, this lady and then Storm from X-Men. You know what I mean? Like it's clear as day. She almost feels like she was written in the stars here. Let's see. Just the white hair. Where is this? Where is this? The white hair ish, you know? Like she's given like superhero vibes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like Tulsi Gabbard a lot, and I think that it is laying the groundwork for a little bit of healing for the country. Should we see a third party really actually be effective? Because right now you're basically pissing in the wind if you're voting for a third party. Everything's so one or the other, and it would keep the parties in check and give people more options if there was a third party that was sort of in the middle. We also saw this Maricopa County in Arizona now saying that it's going to take up to 2 weeks to tabulate the results of the election. Man, that's going to be great. I think either way this election goes, we are in for a shitstorm. And I think that the conversation about mental health is more important than the political atmosphere, because this country, either way, if Trump wins or Kamala wins, the mental health is on a quick slide downhill. And I think that it's going to be a more necessary time frame than ever to have support for people that are going through it, regardless of whatever side they are politically, because things are kind of looking crazy. Things are kind of looking crazy. We had this, speaking of crazy, okay, I am an asshole. So people at Kamala rally started yelling Trump. She got pissed.
Elected.
Scared to death of this woman. Okay, I am fucking terrified of this woman, and everyone thinks that I don't think she's as stupid as people sell her to be. You don't get to that position by being stupid. The look in her eyes just oozes tyranny from me. Like looking at this, I feel like I'm watching a clip out of the Hunger Games and looking at the next leader of District 1 right now. Let him speak. Let him. And then at the end, she's like, go out of here, get out of here. You don't support me, yada, yada. Here's Marshall Mathers, opener for Kamala yesterday. Just a quick shout out to all of his drag show workings that he did. That's super great. Honestly, never been a fan of Eminem, and now I have more reasons not to be. All these people talking about Tulsi Gabbard being hot. That's where we go with the political sphere these days. You know what I mean? Maybe it's the meme coin thing. Culo has a butt.
We started talking about Culo. That's why.
That's why.
That's why the mind's there.
Culo has a butt.
What a transition.
Oh my God. Tom McDonald had to say his thing. We're going to listen to a little bit of this. Tom McDonald loves this guy.
I'm sorry, they, them. I never meant to hurt you. Put your pride flags high, tin walls. It's coming out the closet. One more time.
This looks like a job for me. I don't care about the economy. I'm a billionaire, so if you're me, it don't matter who wins the presidency.
Oh my God. If I had to choose one, I would be, I don't listen to Eminem anyways, but Tom McDonald, I really love his music. And I don't know. I think he's kind of a better songwriter than Eminem anyways. But, now Eminem has been very political. And he's given me just more reasons. Like I thought the fast wording was kind of a cop out. A lot of times you'd like skew words and mash. And a lot of people say like the skill of mangling words so they rhyme together. I've been a writer and a musician for a long time. I didn't really see that as forcing a circle in a square hole, something that's incredible to do. Tom McDonald, I think, is speaking to a larger audience now. You know what I mean? And, I think he's actually in Georgia. Where is Tom McDonald based? Do you know where he's based out of?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I need to hit him up because it would be really cool to have a conversation with Tom. You guys should help me make this happen too. Aaron, your band identifies they, them. Do I get a vote more than once? You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch, Aaron. I don't know if we can.
Isn't it surprising to see Eminem be so vocal and public, like politically, especially?
Yeah, it is kind of weird. It's like I don't know. He never really.
Is it a clone? Is it a clone, Eminem?
It's almost like he's like captured in the Diddy problem.
Where did he come from?
I don't know.
He's been a recluse for a long time.
Yeah,
now.
Bad Fox saying they got shit on him. Like I kind of feel like there's some.
It's something up, man. He's been a recluse for all these years, and now it's like, where is it coming from with this?
Because he couldn't. I don't think he has enough money to not really have the buyout potential for him. No. He's got tons of money. Maybe it's just a Diddy party gone real wrong. And they got some stuff on Eminem, and so now he's out there shilling Camelot.
Might be compromised.
Maybe. We do have Trump coming out. He's going to be interviewing with Joe Rogan on Friday, so that'll be an interesting watch. 3.5 hours of Trump. I don't know if I can take that. Maybe the best. Listen, Joe, it's maybe the worst, maybe the best. But, you know, I hope Joe actually gives him some hard questions, because I think Trump can answer the hard questions. It's a matter of if Joe Rogan's willing to give it. And I wanted to see Kamala Harris locked in a room with Joe Rogan for 3 hours.
Yeah,
not going to happen.
Yeah, cancel. Yeah.
Not going to happen. But now, since Trump's doing it, maybe she has to do it.
Better.
Maybe. Yeah. Apparently in the UK, they're requiring TV licenses. Let me know if this is even real. This person was filming some sort of jurisdictional enforcer outside of her home, yelling at her over watching BBC on her television. Washington's Ghost may be one of the best accounts in the world to follow. It's kind of turned into therapy listening to people so, like, most of the cop cams are just people that are so insanely they think they run the world. You know, they don't listen to cops. They literally, like, the words don't even hit their brain anymore.
Nonconformist, right?
And the cops have to act with a little extra calm these days, much calmer than they were in the 70s. And the people, I don't hear you. They're just talking over the cops and stuff like that. And like, no, ma'am, I'm going to have to put you in cuffs if you keep, and they, you know, you get like 10 or 20 warnings and stuff like that. But, you know, if I need to calm down, that's what I'll be listening to. Now, all this other stuff, I want to get into the altcoins, the memes. We had Moonwell talking about their fees and incentives on Aerodrome. It's kind of cool to see the V Aerodrome pilots can support Moonwell community by voting to direct aero emissions to the well, the WETH pool. Voting helps build liquidity on the well token on base, growing the protocol-owned flywheel. And Moonwell has been absolutely tearing it up lately. I got to see if we got the pullback yet on this bad boy. I got stopped out. Slight loss on the damn trade here. I lost 3% on the trade. We're still going 65.6. What do you say?
I said I lost 4%.
You lost 4%? Son of a bitch. I'm going to try again after we get done in here. I'm insane. Now, this is the pullback. Okay. What can we get here out of this? Because I definitely want to build a good bag of Moonwell. We're pulling back the little shelf here at the bottom of this at 4.7 cents. But if I'm lucky, I can get this thing for 3 cents flat. We also see a pullback on Bitensor Tau. Still not in the 350 to 450 range like I'm wanting, but we are seeing a little bit of cooling on the charts here. So watching out for this one. Honestly, I know that Grayscale and the people that work with Grayscale are going to shill this token to the absolute sky during this market. So, you know, entry points for me, more preferable in the 350 to about 450 range. I'm acting greedy about that entry point, but no, definitely Grayscale's not going to let the foot off the gas when it comes to getting major institutional interest in this project. Casper apparently turned into Prove AI and launched on Hedera. A lot of people asking questions on this. I know Vet was in there. I think Vet is still in on this project. The chart for Casper, pretty terrifying. I looked at it this morning. Let's see here. We're at like 0.8 of a cent. This is extreme all-time lows. So definitely not interested in getting anything out of this project. But it is rebranding. Let's see where H-bar is. Maybe the H-bar. Are you guys holding any H-bar? Like, I don't hold any of these ISO tokens. Is there any hope for ISO? Do you hold any of this stuff?
I think I bought a little bit.
Okay.
Karate Combat.
Karate Combat's associated with them, and yeah.
That's right. So you can bet with H-bar.
So
So they forced you into that.
Well, I think it has a bit of a future with They have a relationship with UFC. It could potentially pop.
Yeah.
It can potentially pop from a speculative standpoint.
So there's a karate combat potential partnership with UFC, you're saying?
They're backing.
They have a.
Yeah, they're connected with HBAR.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, they're partners. Karate Combat's partners are there.
I mean, they're moving over to H-Bar sitting here at 5 cents. I remember the moves I made. I basically bought it at 5 or 6 cents and then sold it 10, 12 cents. Made a little double up on it in this, boring range of the altcoin, hell market. We've been in a bear market for a while, but honestly, H-Bar did pretty decent, better than the other ISO tokens. Sitting here at extreme lows though. So the whole idea, the market cap making the higher highs on, the lower highs, but the price sitting here in the gutter, it just makes me kind of concerned about getting a position in it. I still don't feel like the auxiliary plays to Solana, not turning out too bad. Look at Jupiter sitting here trying to hold on to $1 ICP. I'm not even excited about this. Celestia, it's at nearly 6 cents, but we got to keep in mind, I did see Celestia on the token unlocks list this morning. Where is it? We got a pretty decent size unlock coming up for Celestia token. See if I can find it. So many. Okay, so we got in 7 days and 6 hours, we got 175 million tokens being unlocked. That's a pretty good chunk of the total supply unlocked. So the green is the supply that's unlocked so far. The yellow is what's about to get unlocked in about 7 days. So that is something to keep an eye out on. There's a couple, these are all like new kind of under the radar projects, having majority of these large unlocks over the next 7 day to week. Axelar, another pretty big project, but the unlock very, very minimal on the Axelar token. Axelar, I've seen a lot of conversation about. I do want to check out this price point here. Let's see. AXL down 4% on the day. Pretty damn good shelf. Look at that month shelf. It looks pretty good. Higher lows over the past few months there. That's great. This is the AI pump where everything went to the moon. Everyone's a genius. When everyone feels like a genius, take profits. For the love of God, take profits. Like everyone was making fun of me when I was taking profits in this April, March timeframe. Not so stupid now, right? Not so stupid now. Now you get the price reset. Let's check out the market cap. Definitely. Okay. This is what happened when you're getting in early on projects as they launch. Like this launched like 2022, October 2022. Very different market cap from the time frame it is right now. I know it's got a lot of hype under it. It's still under $1 billion market cap. This thing's on Ethereum. Let's see. It's on. You can get on Polygon, Avalanche, Osmosis, Base. So they're making it pretty accessible across the ecosystem here. I want to just look at this thing a little bit closer here. Let's see here. What are you doing?
No,
You're just over there deleting
I deleted
people?
his comment. I didn't like it.
Why?
I'm not going to say why. I can't say why.
Why? I want to see.
Oh, you don't get your sheet.
Why? Let me see.
There. You can see. No one else
Oh,
can see
God.
Yeah.
That is deranged.
So I said no.
See? Yeah, that's reasonable. That's stuff that you're fine deleting. Now, Axelar, shortest path to scale. What is this? Web3 interoperability. Connect all blockchains. What is this? Have you guys heard of Axelar before? Because I just keep seeing its price be good. People seem excited about it. Like, what the hell is this thing? It's imagining a network of transfer. This just looks like copy and pasted talking points. I like how it's available on a bunch of ecosystems, but I don't know. I don't know about that. Is this a gaming token?
No, it's something to do with like gas optimization and interlinking between blockchains, I believe.
So it's an interoperability play, basically?
Yeah, like I've seen a lot of like cross-chain aggregators utilize Axelar tech.
Okay, and I don't hate that. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know
like
everything
stuff like
about
that.
it, but I know like a little bit.
Mhm. Let's see here. I got a lot of stuff. I mean, ecosystem projects, working with Circle, DYDX, Immutable, Lido. So they're definitely in it. Okay. This might be something to look. Let's see. And it's got about half the tokens out so far. Let's see. I'm just kind of swimming around new projects. Because I've seen like this project has made a lot of noise. Like digging out of this realm right here with the aggressiveness it has. Me as an opportunity buyer, seeing this thing be able to do so is kind of piquing my interest here. So it's got total supply 1.7 bill. circulating about 820. So most of the supply is now out. So that's actually not bad. I like that. Let's see what the other ones are. I got a lot of new stuff here. Pump.fun. You can tokenize videos, upload your video, choose thumbnail, and make your coin stand out. That's kind of cool for like new meme coins and shit like that, right? Like tokenizing videos.
Pretty cool.
So what is this Culo DAO thing? What is the Culo DAO? Give me the rundown on Culo DAO. I've heard that it's a booty so far, maybe. You know, I'll see if I can find it on Deck Screener here real quick. What is this thing that you guys are behind
You
here?
can just search Culo on Deck Screener.
Okay, we're going in. Culo on Deck Screener with a K, right?
With a C.
With a C.
Spanish word for booty.
Okay. That's a Spanish word for booty.
It is. It is.
Is it Spanish? I got a little Spanish heritage. You got a little Spanish heritage in you?
A little bit, you know.
I can see the similarities.
You know?
You got almost like a same type of haircut.
Tan well, yeah.
Yeah. We tan extremely well.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
In very, very, you know what? I can work hard. I can work as hard as a Mexican for maybe one time a week because I'm Spanish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when someone asks me to dig a hole in their yard, you get a good Saturday out of me for 12 hours. Then I'm done. Then it's it. That's all you get. Matthew King with 1 membership. Shout out to you. I appreciate
Vino
you.
with
And
another
Vino dropping the membies. Thank you, brother. Now, let's check this out. So what is this? Is this the one right here?
Yeah, right there. We just updated the socials today on Deck Screener.
It's a microcap. What is this?
Oh yeah, we just started yesterday.
You just started yesterday?
We just started yesterday.
Holy shit.
We're just starting to market today. So
Yeah, so we launched on Matic in January, and
Okay.
we're expanding to ETH. So yesterday we just launched.
Okay.
You know, on Omniswap.
On
the
Omniswap?
On Omniswap.
I.e. why
We're their first ETH project.
All right. How
Yeah,
did you
first
guys
ETH
launch? Like,
project.
give us the experience. Yeah, okay, this is pretty interesting. So you just launched on ETH yesterday.
Yep.
You launched on Omniswap. Was it a fair launch? Where are all the tokens at?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Give me the rundown on
So,
this.
so if you're familiar with Pump.fun, if you guys are familiar with Omni, it's very similar. But Omni allows a little bit more flexibility. Now, all the tokens are in circulation. It's a fair launch. There's no crazy tax on it. It's 0.25% tax.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's out.
Okay. Let's do some digging here. I'm not hating what I'm hearing here. Not a bunch of dev dumps. That's great.
Not at all. Somebody opened up an opportunity for buys. I like what someone bought up. See that big
We've been
sale?
in the studio. I haven't even
Yeah,
seen
we're sitting here. I haven't seen the chart. you
I
know.
don't hate this at all. Look at it. So you don't have a bunch of insider no buy wallets dumping thousands of bucks.
No.
That's cool. It's only 400 holders. It's kind of normal to see these higher numbers when you only have 400 holders. This is the psychopaths that find this stuff early. You know what I mean?
You kind of want to shake out, the first 24 hours, you got to have a little bit of a strategy. You kind of want to shake out the profit takers. We want disciples and holders, people that want to go on a journey of wealth. Hopefully,
Yeah.
Right?
So Culo, let's go to the website here.
That's Captain Culo on the banner.
Captain
If you-
Get a new
Culo?
one,
If you go to
Culo.expert.
Culo.expert, because
Okay.
we're on Polygon as well, right?
Culo.expert.
Yep.
All right.
Exactly.
You
as
have
it
to be an
sounds.
expert of the Culo.
Yeah, that's the proper way to do it.
No,
Yeah,
my
there you
God, the butt. What's this ass face
go.
world?
That's Captain Culo
Captain
Okay.
Culo.
on Polygon and on Ethereum. Right?
Okay. Okay.
So we're really lucky. Since having success on Polygon.
There's Crow.
There's Crow right there.
Even Crow,
Oh,
my
there's Crow.
photos,
Oh
is
shit!
it-
There's Mind Your Biz too. I know
Yeah,
these
so
guys.
that's-
Yeah,
good
he was with us on launch for
Yeah.
Crow is a
Polygon stuff.
goddamn huge person.
He's a big man.
He's-
He's a
He's
very,
an awesome
very large
guy, though, man.
person.
He's an awesome guy. Minus when he kicked the shit out.
Cool. Dude, I watched that fight, man. That looks like a lot. You know,
It was a lot.
I would definitely get knocked out by Crow, but it might be worth
Had to
it.
get knocked out for the Culo, man.
Yeah.
good visibility.
I mean, I kind of like how it's a very original character.
Oh yeah. And we're really
You
lucky.
see the flat top? The new flat
the
top?
flat
flat
top, the flat
top?
top.
Oh my God.
On the website side too, we're really lucky. We got the Miggles web development team to
What?
help us. Yeah,
The Miggles people?
yeah, from base.
What the hell?
Yeah, we
Okay.
For the website.
yeah, for the website.
That's pretty cool. All right. So
dude.
it's under $1 million market cap. You got 81K out of 700K market cap locked. Does this remain locked?
yeah,
Thank
yeah,
God.
forever.
Okay.
burned.
I had to ask.
Yeah, we launched on Omni.
You launched
all-
on Omni. Good.
It's all
Okay.
done.
Kind of interesting, dudes. Honestly, kind of interesting. I want to see. I mean, the bubble maps is going
Looks
to be.
healthy.
I'm going to go to bubble maps. I'm just going to dig into this. We got some time here. I didn't rant too much on Druckenmiller, so that's good. Bubble maps, come at you. Coming at
Attacking
you.
T-bills, man, that's crazy.
Dude,
It's crazy to
that
hear.
is that
Just to
guy
hear
is
it
choosing violence.
crazy, man.
Yeah, it's and you know what? If what Druckenmiller and myself think is coming does come, that is like the death of the middle class. For anyone that like has hopes of seeing a big market pullback on houses and they're gonna lower the interest rates back to normal. That's the death of the middle class. So here's Culo DAO. We got this. We got the Uniswap holding 6%. Got this guy. This is holding 2% between a couple different wallets, but honestly, this is a pretty damn new project here. So I could grab a. God, I mean, we're learning about it pretty quick. I might take a little stab at this. I don't know. I feel exhausted by meme coins, but
How about
I don't hate
How
this.
about we have an incentive for your viewers?
What we could do? We could do that.
Let's give away 500 in tokens.
500 tokens.
Yeah. Join our Telegram.
$500
Join
in
our
tokens,
Telegram.
yeah.
We'll give
$500 in tokens.
Why not?
Yeah.
All right.
Why
This
not?
is the first day we market, so why not?
Yeah, this is our
It'd be
first
fun.
marketing day. We just launched yesterday, so it's a great opportunity to get in.
Why not?
Okay,
And,
fine.
and it's safe. You know?
That sounds cool. Where do they find? So if you go to Dex Screener, and then you said they join your Telegram.
Yeah, join
just
the
join the
Telegram. We'll pick.
Okay.
We'll
So-
pick 5 people that just joined the Telegram.
I guess we can go in here, and I'm not going to do it on the screen here, but you click this. You got to go to Dex Screener
Portal,
here.
yeah.
Go through the bot portal.
The bot
Make sure you're
portal.
not a bot, and then you're in.
Okay. Very cool. Very good of you guys. That's really, really cool.
Well, we
man.
appreciate being here. It's an opportunity.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
man. You guys are cool people, and it's you're launching something new. It didn't rug overnight, you know what I mean? And it's sitting here trying to find some sort of support at $590,000. It's a brand new project. Who knows? Crazier things have worked.
Well, we ran just a little background. We launched Culo on Matic in January, and we ran it to 49 million. So this is our expansion.
you ran it to 49 million?
Yeah, we ran to
49
49 million.
Holy God.
So this is an opportunity, right? We want the volume from ETH, to
Yeah.
grow, to expand. We can't necessarily do that on Matic. We think it'll continue to be successful on Matic.
Yeah.
But to get to our goals for our investors, we have to go to where the volume is. And that's what this is.
Okay. Man. All righty then. So I guess join. I won't do it since that'll look insidey. But I guess if the community, if you're out there watching this and you go join the Telegram, they sound like they're dropping. How many? So is it? It's going to be dispersed about. So $500 total.
Yeah, $100 each join it. We'll just randomly
Randomly pick 5 of them.
Maybe if they say they're
Yeah,
they're-
they need to say something about your show.
Yeah, like
Okay. Yeah.
whatever you want it to be.
Yeah. So say Isaac sucks in the Telegram, and then you're eligible for $100 in a brand new token. That could.
We got to tell the mods not to ban. We got to tell the mods not to ban them though.
Oh my God.
And the web designer's name's Isaac, so he's gonna feel a little bad.
He may
Oh,
feel
good.
bad.
But
No,
that's
that's
even
great.
better, yeah.
You'd be like, what did
'Cause
I do?
I am the player hater of the year. I mean, when all is said and done, I want the banner of the show to look like Chappelle's show.
Ah,
One of the
best.
Chappelle is. I love Chappelle.
He's the best, man.
One of the best. Very cool though, you guys. And other stuff. We got to cover the other stuff of the altcoin, but I like this coin. This is cool, and it's very. I remember you saying this. How high the market cap went on Culo for the Polygon one, but you just jotted my. That nearly hit $50 million in market cap.
Yeah, and
That
at the
is
time,
insane.
Pole Matic, right? They migrated from Matic to Pole.
Horrible move.
And it hasn't moved the needle yet, but when
Yeah.
it does, we'll get a natural 4x with the projected market cap.
Okay.
Because it's at 36, it hovers between 35 to 37 cents, but when we were at ATH, it was Pole Matic was at about $1.40.
Really?
So we have a natural progression that's coming, right?
Yeah,
with
Polygon
patience.
was Polygon was holding up pretty good during the market pullback
Yeah.
for a minute there. It hit
For a
like
little bit.
$1.50 or something like
Yep.
that. Like it was refusing to die.
It helped us tremendously.
It did.
And that's a good timing because then ever since then it has been a road into the nether realm. Like we're playing around at like 30 cents or something like that
Yeah.
on the token. SWE integrating Google Cloud just now. That's cool. SWE's price overall pulling back. VC's taking a little bit of profit on you. I warned you about this. But overall, SWE, I feel like can hit 10 to 20 bucks this bull market from the velocity it has right now. I'm not of the opinion it's going to overtake Solana, but it's probably going to have the limelight on it. Here's just total chaos zone. This GOAT token. We're going to check out GOAT token now. And I know a lot of people are like, you don't know GOAT token and where it comes from. Apparently, it's some like deranged sexual shit that was happening on the internet in the 90s, the 80s, not the 80s or 90s, like 2000s. It was like the 4chan realm.
Really?
Yeah, I don't make me explain it on the air. $718 million now in market cap.
Created by Sentinel,
Created by Sentinel?
the AI.
Yeah, and that's the name of the AI that created this?
Yeah.
It basically started talking about this deranged occurrence.
Started with goats.
God. This is
That
so
was a
crazy.
massive pump right there. Look at that.
Yeah.
To the left a little bit.
And we see some people coming here buying $3,000 worth of this thing. It's got 37,000 holders now. Now, something in question came from Brian Armstrong about this. He tagged Truth Terminal. Seems like you have a crypto wallet, but it's fully controlled by your human creator. Is that accurate?
Oh.
Do you want your own wallet you control so you can send and receive transactions, trade, etc.? He's almost like he's trying to troll a AI large language model.
I think so.
So let's see how it goes. I think it would be good for you to tell us about the Russell first. Specifically, what is Russell's species? What the hell is going on here? Due to the recent surge in announcements, we have decided to launch a truth airdrop.
Oh.
What in the hell? This has got to be fake. This is fake. So you get the scammer accounts under here. With the gold?
Always check, guys.
Look at the gold. They got the gold ticker next to it and
At
everything.
the same time,
1,000 a
during all the
month,
wormhole
2,000.
stuff, there was a bunch of people getting scammed
Yeah.
in the comments. Yeah.
Because then people won't see the E there.
No.
Let's see here. What is he? So we get a little bit of clap back from Truth Terminal. What is Russell? Specifically, what is Russell's species? And now we get all the scammers in here. God, look at the overwhelming amount
It's like the
of
first 30
scammers.
messages. Like, posts.
Good
Always.
Lord.
Always.
Who is Russell to Brian Armstrong? Is this dog? Is that the dog? Is that what they're talking about here?
Yeah,
Is this the
married with
next
the dog, huh?
huge base meme? Russell the dog? Maybe. Maybe.
Would make sense. Yeah.
Yes, for sure. This is AI person tweeting. Somehow this is both logic and combinatorics joke at the same time. Congrats, AI. This is Russell.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Look no further here. I wonder if that moved Russell the meme coin then. Let's find out.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Let's see. Russell. Apparently he's got a dog. And I wonder what kind of dog that is. Brian Armstrong's dog. This is not it.
No.
This has got to be it. This has got to be wrong. Let's see here. We're sleuthing around here. I want to find this. Coinbase dog. What is that account that just posted here? Where is it? Got your guys' stuff. Let's see here. Why can't I find this? Give me the ticker. Let's see here. Ticker Russell. Is this
but
battle?
It's on base. The volume on base is so pedestrian. It may not.
Here we go. Here we go.
Sorry.
Russell dog
Uh-huh.
CTO. Here we go. Okay.
And it's
That's-
already a CTO.
Yeah, that's they all like
Already?
they rug and then they have to be.
Plan.
That's the thing is they
Plan.
rug first
Yes.
from the Solana bots or the bots in
Mhm.
general, and then it's up to the communities to be insane enough to do a good takeover.
You know what? A little conspiracy on that. I've seen it a lot. They'll have teams that sell off, and then they just have another team member run the CTO. Double dip.
Oh
I've
God!
seen that way too many times.
Look at
on
the spike
microcaps.
from that mention from Truth Terminal.
Yeah. there it
Holy
is.
shit!
Told you.
Spike from 2 million up to 10.3 million. God,
And
it
they
like
dumped
hit
it.
its
And then they
all-time
dumped
high.
it. And then they dumped it on the community.
Oh my God. Armstrong's catch Mochi and Toshi. We do need to check on Toshi's price action here. Toshi, I was seeing a while back. It felt like a pretty interesting chart. Toshi. I'm always snooping around base. Let's see what Toshi's out to. Down 15% on the day. Let's see here. More giving up. What are we at here? So the baseline, we could potentially fall to this shelf now. It's a quick ride to hell. The real fun in crypto's not really started yet. I might actually buy a bag of this if we hit the 7.5 level, right? We'd basically have to lose, we could still lose 50% on Toshi easily. But, overall, this thing actually might resurge. I know Brett is kind of leading the charge. Let's see where Brett is. Down 5% on the day. Overall, not too bad. If I see Brett at 7 cents, I'll feel like buying a bag. It's at 9 cents right now. So, got to be in it to win it. Let's see here. What other stuff do we have? I guess I found some random new coins here. This post from Hoeim He's talking about sentient meme coin analysis, GOAT, Genon, Fart coin. This is how far we've fallen. We're talking about
AI.
Fart coin, Act. These are all AI kind of plays, aren't
Sentient,
they?
yeah.
Sentient AI created projects. So he's got a list with all the holders, market cap to holder ratio. Kind of an interesting thing to look at here. I checked out some Shogoth. Like, none of them look like terrible charts. Let's just do Shogoth. I already looked at this one today.
It seems like a flash in the pan meta. Not sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you have everything with Murad, right? So that's
Yeah.
kind of playing close with that AI meta.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But I feel like once he said it, then you get the big ass pullback.
yeah, of course.
You know? And then everyone's trying to chase his tail and figure it out ahead of time.
Kind of
Have to be careful. Be careful. Understand the cycles and the
Yeah.
behaviors.
This one, top traders, not a bunch of snipes here. So that's not bad. I don't know. I mean, these things, if I'm playing with these, I'm going like a fraction of a percent of my portfolio, nothing too much. I wonder how far Bitcoin has fallen since we started yapping here. Let's see here. Should I retry this? God, I'm tempted by this. It's right at this damn volume node. It's right at the damn volume node. I'm tempted, Isaac.
I'm gonna do it too.
You're going to do it too?
It's making me erect.
All right, fine. We're going. We're going. $1,000. What are we on? 20x leverage? Let's go. Let's go. All right. Well, now I get to sweat and be insane as I work out. You guys, thanks for joining and thanks for
thank
doing
you,
an
brother.
airdrop for the community, dudes.
Of course. No, this is a huge
That's
opportunity.
really cool.
Thank you.
I really appreciate that, man. Everything you said about your project seems like you're trying to do it the right way. It may go to the moon, it may die. You know, we don't know, but we got to be in it to win it. So, you know, do you have any long-term plans of like how to keep the hype going on that thing?
Yeah. So this is something you'll probably mention as well, but the biggest pump in Culo, it happened 3 months after launch, right? So we know how to run a project long-term. We understand, FOMO cycles. We understand momentum. And now that we have today everything solidified, we're updating socials, we can actually start to push it. And long-term, it's about community sentiment. It's about creating a meta, being just hardworking and not giving up. Yeah, you just have to keep working.
I like it, dude. And you guys are coming. You're not trying to be some behind the anonymous mask and stuff like that.
You can't. If
That's
you want to
good
be
shit.
long-term successful, you
I
can't.
like that shit, man.
And it's risky, right? It's risky, you know.
Mhm.
And we have a good friend of mine, Warren Sapp, is our ambassador,
Yeah.
first ambassador.
Warren Sapp is your ambassador?
Yeah.
The Warren Sapp?
He had the
Yeah.
Culo tattoo in the shirt on. That karate
way.
combat.
What? Hold on.
Yeah, on the website, Culo.
We have it right on the website.
Dude, Warren Sapp.
Yeah,
I
no
remember
one's-
this
No
guy's
one's hiding.
heyday.
You know, that's what's different, a bit different. You know.
What the hell, bro?
Yep.
Yeah.
This guy was a
he loves it.
badass.
He loves the brand, man. He's the best. One of my favorite defensive player of all time.
God, he had a heyday. Warren
He's
Sapp was legendary.
all decade team. One of the only guys all decade team, the '90s and the 2000s.
Jesus. That is awesome. Well, you know what, you guys, that was a great show. Thanks for coming on and
thank you,
talking
bro.
about this new project. It's cool to hear about new things happening. And it's a good surprise. You know, you guys caught me as I'm sitting here focusing on everything. You saw my dog. My dog yelled at everyone, but then he started
He's a
liking
sweetheart,
everyone.
man.
Hey, don't get his head too big. Don't get his head too big. I love all of you. I just put in a trade on Bitcoin for everyone wondering. Yes, it's 20x leverage on a $1,000 bag, but you know what? I full send, and I appreciate every single one of you for sending it today on the show here. Matthew King, Willisford, Deadwood, IMJ, Laserface, David Middleton, the War Player, Truck Dano, and all the other G's up there. Lord Cardizzi. I love y'all, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow morning. I'll probably be able to do the morning show, the morning trading view, or the morning trading show. Hopefully my trade's still open and we're up by thousands of bucks. Maybe not. Maybe so. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.